First visit to the fabled Limerick Citadel then for the Bulls from Pretoria. And in his 4 seasons, actually, bottom tonight, if the visitors' raging Bulls can gain line, then Munster will be on the back foot. Peter O'Mahony is shaking off a neck injury. Simply have to get immeasurably better than they were against Connacht if they are to tame the Bulls tonight and go to the Aviva next week to play Leinster in hope rather than in fear. 4 wins from 4. That's going to be a full penalty. Straight away, Casey wants to go and he wants to play. And he wants to set the radar for that try line. I think he's over the try line. And it may be a first sortie up to Andrew McMenemy here in the TMO box. How many times have we seen Craig Casey
to turn that up? I mean, fair play to Casey. You can see Coombs trying to get the ball off him and it goes low.
Well, as you can see on that shot from our camera angle, the rain absolutely driving now.
I think Munster, I still feel like Munster are going to come good this season, but the problem is, you know, there's 7 games in a row at the start of the season, you know, and if you fall too far behind, it's hard to make up.
And they're all piling in there now. Casey had a little bit of a look to see, but they're blocked again. Advantage again now for Munster. Penalty advantage. They're camped right on that Bulls line, and now they drive over. And this time, Mike Adamson is on hand to award the try to Gavin Coombs.
What a latch, and the difference Mike Adamson said before about being driven over the line. Well, you can see there, does well to keep his feet and slides over the line. Great stuff from Munster.
And the extras added by Joey Carberry, seeking out further cushion of a second try, popped away by Coombs to Klein this time. Dogbo presents it back and they reload the gun and they fire again, and that's on the try line, and it must be given, and it is given. Munster strike again before half-time.
Woeful so far, but it's great stuff from Munster. Dare I say it's the Munster of old. Just good body positions. Dogbo was involved a couple of times, but again, it's the latch. Watch Stephen Archer on the outside here. Coombs gets low. Peter O'Mahony's in behind us. It's Gavin Coombs with 2 players driving him over. Peter O'Mahony on one side, Stephen Archer on the other side. And it's much more like love Munster.
Not really just switched on, no energy. Jake White spoke about that being a symptom of their defeat in Glasgow last week. Now Joey Carberry slips away from one tackle, puts the kick over the top, asks a lot of Jeremy Lockman, but sometimes the bounce of the ball can go your way, and it goes the way of Munster, and it goes the way of Lockman.
Hit the nail on the head. It's much better for Munster, but the Bulls have been absolutely dire all evening. Here's Carberry, does well. There's no room, just thinks he'll clip it inside. Look at Lockman's work ethic, he keeps going. He keeps going, and it's an absolute howler from the Bulls. And I take you back to that play at the end of first half. The Bulls had an opportunity to make it 17-10.
Dogbo and into Klein. Good tackle from Via Steenkamp. Crowley takes over, he looks sharp and imaginative and keen to get involved. Again, he's shipped another late hit. Lock
back last week. Here, as you see that, yeah, that's just interesting. Yeah, fair call from the referee. It was nothing in that. Just dirty. Just an absolute cheap shot, hitting someone on the back.
Accusations that they sealed it off and may have had a case, but they've spilled it anyway. Bulls ball now. Can they conjure something from nothing? Creel, as support comes in, the dive for the line, and in goes Via Steenkamp, and the Bulls have their try.
Got the offload away, and you just see this from Munster. It's Lockman. There's a couple of big tackles go in there, but that's sloppy stuff.
28-7 down at half-time against Glasgow last week. They mounted something of a fight back in the second half, and
set! Hold! Behind the ball now. Thank you. Okay, use it.
Plenty of stability, great platform, good option, Goggin. And a better option, Gavin Coombs. Oh, and he was wriggling and rolling and threatening to stretch out a limb. Good hit came in on Salanoa. Doesn't want to be held up over the line. I think he's right on the line now. Munster might struggle to get the ball back here. Hands away is the cry. Oh, they get it out to Tagburn. And that should be the bonus point try. And it is 4 tries to the good. And with that also you feel it should be the game on Munster night.
In play that we haven't seen so far this year. Their ability to Coombs just shouldn't be able to get that low, and he just slips in. And I mean, that's the thing with Munster, when that guy right there, Tagburn's on the field, anything's possible.
Shift Crowley popped out by Ahern, who's popping up absolutely everywhere. Tagburn, I was going to say he's had another great game, but he seldom has anything else. A little bit short of match fitness in the game at Rodney Parade when he came off the bench earlier than he might have expected, and you could see that, but he seldom gives or drops too far below. Really high performance level. Picked up by Bismarck du Plessis. That went back, and there's going to be a counter for the line here. They're going to concede a second try, Munster, as David Creel runs over half of the pitch for a simple score. And they get their second try of the evening, 31 points to 15 with a conversion.
Yeah, didn't quite see first time what happens. A big collision, wasn't it, from Steenkamp? Almost looked a bit high, and then the ball just came out. Didn't see who it was. Munster just needs to work a little bit harder on the ground and push that.
And here he goes again. Man who's soldiered at 3 World Cups for the Springboks and accumulated 79 caps for South Africa. Their performance over the 80 minutes deserves little less, and there will be a huge roar as Jack O'Donoghue hacks the ball into the crowd at Thomond Park. And Munster have their win, and they have their bonus point, and it's 2 wins in 5 games. They got the job done in Cork, and now on their first outing of the season here at Thomond Park in Limerick, they have got the job done against the Vodacom Bulls. 2 tries.